On the night of September 7th, 2025, the moon will transform. It will glow a deep, haunting red, hanging low in the sky, as if the heavens themselves are on fire. This is not an omen, not a sign of the end times, but one of nature's most breathtaking spectacles. A total lunar eclipse, the celestial dance between the sun, the earth, and the moon, producing what we call the blood moon. Tonight, we'll explore why this happens, when and where you can see it, and the science and myths behind this rare lunar transformation. A blood moon occurs during a total lunar eclipse, when the Earth moves directly between the sun and the moon, casting its shadow across the lunar surface. But the moon doesn't disappear into darkness. Instead, it turns red. Why red? Because of our atmosphere. Sunlight passing through Earth's air is bent or refracted around the edges of our planet and into the shadow. Shorter blue wavelengths scatter away. Longer red wavelengths continue through, bathing the moon in a coppery crimson glow. It's the same effect that turns sunsets and sunrises red, except during a lunar eclipse, the moon is seeing all of Earth's sunrises and sunsets at once. On September 7th, 2025, the Earth will once again draw its dark curtain over the moon. This will be the second total lunar eclipse of the year, and one of the most dramatic in recent memory. The eclipse begins at 1528 GMT, though at that point, only a subtle shading, called the penumbral phase, will be visible. By 1730 GMT, totality begins, the moment the moon is fully immersed in Earth's darkest shadow, the umbra. For 82 minutes, until 1852 GMT, the moon will remain blood red. In Perth, Australia, the total eclipse will last from 1:30 to 2:52 a.m. local time. In Mumbai, India, from 11 p.m. to 12:22 a.m. In Cairo, from 8:30 to 9:52 p.m. In Cape Town, from 7:30 to 8:52 p.m. Across much of Europe, the moon will rise already in total eclipse, emerging over the eastern horizon in a state of eerie red. For many, this will be a once-in-years chance to witness the moon in such a state. This eclipse happens just 2.7 days before perigee, the point where the moon is closest to Earth in its orbit. It will appear ever so slightly larger than usual, though the difference may be subtle to the naked eye. What will be obvious is its deep, rich color. This time, about 36% of the moon's diameter will pass through the darkest part of Earth's shadow, creating a bolder, darker hue than some previous eclipses. It will be as if the moon has been painted in rust and firelight. Earth's shadow has two parts, the penumbra, where sunlight is only partially blocked, and the umbra, where it's completely cut off. During a partial eclipse, the moon only enters the penumbra or grazes the umbra. But in a total lunar eclipse, it moves fully into the umbra, and that's when the magic happens. The red glow is the combined light of millions of sunsets around the edge of the Earth, bent by our atmosphere, stripped of blue and green, and painted onto the moon's surface. For much of human history, blood moons were not understood. To the Inca, a red moon meant the jaguar was attacking it, and warriors would try to scare the predator away by shouting and shaking their spears. In ancient Mesopotamia, kings feared the blood moon as a bad omen, believing it foretold their death. And in the Bible, the book of Joel speaks of the moon turning to blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord. Today, we know the blood moon is a natural wonder, predictable, explainable, and safe. Yet it still stirs the same awe it did in our ancestors. To see the blood moon at its best, you need three things: a clear view of the moon, a cloud-free sky, and the right timing for your location. If you're in Asia or Western Australia, you can watch the entire event from start to finish. If you're in Europe or Africa, find a location with a clear eastern horizon. The moon will rise already red and in totality. In the Americas, this eclipse will happen during the daytime, making it invisible without live streams. For the most breathtaking view, step away from city lights and watch as the moon slowly darkens, turns red, and then emerges bright again. Lunar eclipses happen a few times a year, but a total lunar eclipse visible in your part of the world is far less common. The next total eclipse after September 2025 will be years away, and none will look exactly like this one. For just over an hour, the moon will not be the pale silver orb we know, but a silent, glowing ember in the sky. a reminder that we are all part of a much larger cosmic dance. On the night of September 7th, 2025, look up. Let the sight of the blood moon remind you of the beauty of our planet's place in the universe, and of the light, refracted and transformed, that connects us all beneath the same sky. Because for a brief moment, the moon will carry the colors of every sunset on Earth.